Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena My Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. If you're seeing the red live button up at the top, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Stand Tall crafting group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to bring up my computer so I can see some comments. Miss Giselle is just finishing up over on her page. Let me see. Here I am. Say hello when you pop on. I hope my comments work. Let's see. They're trying. Hello, Miss Alita. How are you, friend? Hello, Miss Kathy. Hello, Miss Krista. Welcome in, friends. Happy Tuesday. Miss Giselle is just finishing up over on her page. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Hello, Miss Shauna. How's it up in Canada, eh? How's it going up there? You guys, I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't crafted live in, it seems like, a month of Sundays. So here I am. We're crafting today in the Stand Tall crafting group. I feel like I'm talking into Miss Pickles here. We're crafting in the Stand Tall crafting group today. Miss Giselle is just about finished. I'm going to turn my iPad off and we're going to do some fun thing today. I think it's going to be fun anyway. Hello, Miss Debbie. Hello, Mr. Wayne. Hello, Mother. You guys, I let Mother know. I had to let her know. I'm like, Mother, I'm crafting today at 4 o'clock. Oh, is it still smoky? You know what? We can kind of see that from down here. Down below, we can see that. A little hazy up in here or down in here, whatever. So, you guys, our pals have been lonely down here in the basement. Yes, you caught me live. Well, you haven't crafted. We haven't. I know. I haven't been down here a whole lot lately. You know, Espen had her little issue, and I was dealing with that last week, and then we went out of town over the weekend, and then you notified Mother. Hello, Miss Sharon. Yeah, we were texting earlier, so I told her. I remembered to tell her while I had her attention. Okay, you guys, so this craft is totally inspired. Hello, Miss Misty. How are you, friend? I saw those little piggies you got. This is totally inspired by Miss Janice from Creating Through Chaos. You guys know Miss Janice. She does all those quick videos. She does such cool things. Hello, Miss Patty. This is totally inspired. You know, I will watch those quick videos, right? And then I'll just save them. You guys save them into like your messenger and you're like, oh, those are cute craft ideas. Well, hello, Miss Amanda. Welcome in. So I thought I could make up a bunch of these, you know, like, yeah, she's doing much better now. She's much better. So I'm going to try this. I haven't done it before, but this is an Amazon, this is an Amazon mailer. And you know what I'm realizing? That I'm not getting a lot of these brown ones anymore. I'm getting the plasticky ones. And I'm like, dang it. I really like these because we can use them for crafting. So I have my air dry clay container out here. Not that I'm using air dry clay, but I'm going to use the circle for the lid. Hello, Miss Mary. How are you? So I'm just going to flip it upside down. I'm going to turn it inside out, so it doesn't really matter as long as I keep it on. So I have two sides, okay? Has anybody seen this craft? Anybody get the idea of what I'm doing here? Hello, Miss Beth. Welcome in. All right, so I'm just going to trace using my lid of my air dry clay to make a circle. Make it a circle. What did I miss? What is it? Shellbat. Is it Shell? How do you say that? Shell Basket Originals. Well, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. No, this isn't a new tattoo. This is a henna. When we were at the Victorian Art Fair this weekend, my sister and I had henna done. I kind of think it would look like a cool tattoo, but I don't know. Hello, Miss Sheila. How are you? Miss Sheila's up next. Wow, there's Miss Carol Ruth. How are you, girl? You guys, I honestly feel like I've kind of stepped away from just like the crafting scene altogether for a little bit because I haven't really been on watching crafters. sometimes days are long and there's just not enough time in them. Isn't it cool? I love it. I love it. I went on Pinterest and I said, I want this sunflower. And then I told her I wanted, you know, because she had like little designs. And then, you know, like things that you could get samples off from. And I told her I wanted some leaves. And then she just kind of took it from there. You guys, it took her like 5 minutes to whip that up. I thought it was so cool. I'm like, if you have that talent, you could be going to some craft shows and making yourself some money, because she was busy. My sister got a sea turtle on her foot. So she had to walk around. She had to walk around without her shoe on for a little bit. No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide if this is big enough. I might want to make one bigger. All right, hold on. Now that I cut this out, I might want to make it bigger. I like that size, but I think I need a bigger circle. I might just have to freehand this circle. I want a bigger circle. Wait, it's almost got a circle right there. Well, let me just try this. It might be a little bit wonky. How long will it last? It will last a couple weeks. I put lotion on it. And, okay, you guys, I'm just going to freehand a circle because I really want it bigger. Ooh, that's really big. It's not really a circle, but you know me. I'm wonky. You put lotion on it and you, like, she had us putting like olive oil on it. Okay, I'm just going to go kind of make that more of a circle. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Well, you're going to be a grandma soon. I know. I feel like I've been nesting. Oh, speaking of which, hello, Miss Jennifer. There's EY. Okay, so my daughter-in-law is 37 weeks. We're coming into the final stretch. Baby can just come anytime now. Hello, Miss Dawn. How are you? Thank you for being here today, friends. Any day now, that little peanut can just show up any day now. I got some outfits for her this past weekend. I was so excited. We went to Cracker Barrel on our way up. My sister and my mom and I, or whoever's with us on our way up, depends on the year who rides. But Mother couldn't go this year because she had a friend that passed away. So she stayed home for the funeral service, and she sang at her funeral because she was asked to sing. So she didn't get to go with us this year. All right, I like this better. I like this biggin. This biggin's better. You found out we're having another great granddaughter in February. Well, that's so exciting. It's super exciting. Okay, it's not perfectly round, but you know, it'll, well, hello. But it'll be okay. Because I'm going to flip it and we're going to glue it, okay? So just don't worry about all your Amazon-ness on the outside, because we're just going to glue it together, okay? I actually think I'm going to just do a little crinklage here before. This is just me. You don't have to do this. I'm just going to do this because I kind of like the rustic, vintage, you know, old, tattered, you know, weathered. Plus, sometimes when you do this to paper and stuff, it softens it. Isn't that crazy? The fibers, I think it just kind of brings them back to life. Anyway, or something like that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, so I got her this cute little turkey outfit. It was so stinking cute. It has like a little tutu in all fall colors. Well, hello, Miss Gail. And then it has little leg warmers that were striped, so almost kind of like little chicken legs. But it's turkey because it has a turkey on the front of it. And it had a little bow. It's, you know, Cracker Barrel. I can't resist. And of course I had Cracker Barrel rewards where if I spent $50, I ate too. So there was that. If I spent $50, you get $10 off. So of course I had to spend money to get that, you know, girl math, right? All right, I think that's good. Let's do that. Let's just glue. And if it's not lined up right, because, you know, I'm wonky, I will just trim off what's not right. Just trim off what's not right. Okay, so I'm going to start gluing this, but, whoops, let me try to get a little bit kind of something. I'm not going to glue the whole thing. We're going to leave maybe that part up there open. Yes. That's exciting, Miss Kathy. So what did you say, February? February? Exciting. All right, just gluing away here. Like I said, if it's not lined up, we'll just trim off where we kind of hung over. So I was chatting with Miss Krista I had to go get a crown on my tooth today. Thank goodness they had an opening. I broke my tooth. First of all, I lost a filling, right? And then, you know, I always chew on this side, and as I was, you know, just forgetting what I was doing, I started chewing, and the tooth part came off, you know, I'm like, oh geez. And of course your tongue makes it feel, well, hello, Miss Janice. How are you, friend? Yeah, that's right, your birthday. That would be so exciting. So of course I was nervous that if I would just keep losing the tooth, you know, pieces of the tooth, I, you know, might have some pain, you know, or sensitivity or whatever, but I didn't, thank goodness. But I called yesterday morning and I thought, oh, I'm going to probably have to wait like a month or something to get in. And wouldn't you know, they had a cancellation or they moved somebody or something happened. So, because I heard them say today that they couldn't get somebody in for like, no, I'm going to leave that. Okay, that's good. So we've got about that much of it open, okay? And I'm just going to trim off where it's not. So yeah, the doctor says, oh, they just told me that I don't have an opening till October now. And there's somebody in pain. I'm going to have to figure out where to put them. I'm like, thank goodness I got in. I feel blessed. Your craft cottage. Well, hello, Miss Giselle. How are you, friend? I didn't get to finish up seeing you make your bow, but I saw you making your little pumpkin craft. That's so cool. Okay, so I think it's all glued together perfectly, and I just trimmed off a little bit of excess, so we just have our Amazon bag, okay? Let me scoot on back here for a minute. I had to put my flip-flops on to come down here because one of my slippers slid under my couch. And do you think I could find anything that was long enough to get the slipper off from underneath the couch? No. No. Hello, Miss Rhonda. How are you, friend? So I have one slipper. I guess I could have wore one slipper. Anyway, no. Didn't wear the one slipper. Okay, you guys, we're going to take some white Adirondack full card. And we're going to paint this on the front and the back. Okay? Oh, goodness. So no, if you're looking at my hand and you see that and you think, oh, you should get a tattoo on her hand. It's henna. You guys, henna is really cool. So, you know, my Aunt Anita and my cousin Erin. My cousin Erin has some tattoos, but she's always wanted her mom to get a tattoo. Because you know, Mother got a tattoo. Mother got 2 tattoos. Mother got this tattoo to match my sister and I, and then she got my dad's handwriting on her arm. And my Aunt Anita's like, I'm never getting a tattoo. We come around the corner. Send me a fountain pop. I will. You need to pick me up. We came around the corner to where the henna was, and there was my cousin and my aunt getting henna done. And it said, I think it said mother and daughter and something. It was really cool. So they had matching ones on the inside of their arm. So yes, love it. It's fun and it's not painful and it goes away. So if you just like, if you want to, wait, did you try the broom to, wait, did I try the broom to get it? Wait, what's that mean? What's that mean, Miss Mary? Did I do what? What? Okay, you guys, we're just going to paint this. So, oh, did I try the broom to get the, I think that my broom handle is too I need to get like a yardstick. So down here, I'm sure I have one. I know I have one. I got to get the something skinnier than that. Our broom was even, the broom handle was even too big. Yes, I did try that. I tried like, let's say I tried a couple things. I'm like, I was too lazy to come down here. But yeah, you guys, henna is a good option if you just want to, you know, feel like, oh, that looks really cool. It's not permanent. It doesn't hurt. It takes like 10 minutes. I mean, it was super fast by the time I sat down. And it costs like 20 bucks. It's a lot cheaper than a tattoo. Wait, the craft you're making, what are you talking about? I think Miss Mary was talking about, did I try the broom to get my slipper off from underneath the couch? That would be my guess. Because I'm a dork. Anyway, no, I haven't done anything more except for what I wanted to put them on before I came down here, and I was like, ah, shucks, I don't have time to figure out. I was really trying to figure out what to get, so I'm like, oh, I need the yardstick. Okay, you guys, let's try this. Let's try this. So what's everybody been up to lately? Anything exciting? I haven't been on here for a while, so we got to catch up. Tell me all about it. What's been happening? What's been happening? Here in the city, let's see. Not a whole lot. I guess there was a car accident on like where I come through on the way home. It was cleaned up by the time because you know we have the nosy page. My dad always told me, see if you like it. It didn't work. It didn't work. Well, you know what? I was never a kid who I think my dad, I'm going to try, what did you say? You're going to try what? Miss Amanda, it's going good. I mean, I'm not losing. I'm really maintaining right now, which is really fine with me. I'm comfortable where I'm at. So that is good. I just want to maintain, right? I don't want to like gain. Miss Krista, my dad, I don't know about mother, but my dad would have skinned us alive if we wrote on our hands, right? We could not. You know, there's some kids that would just always write on their hands. And there's some adults, they were probably the kids who wrote on their hands, are now the adults that write on their hands when they, like, don't have a piece of paper, so they write on their hand to remember something. I've never been... Of course, I always have my phone in my hand, pretty much. Always. So I have a notepad to put that in there. Vacation with my son and grandson in India for 3 weeks. Where I found the buttons I messaged you about. That's, I remember, and you took them on the plane with you, didn't you? They made it home safely. See, you find those buttons. You gotta protect them. Protect them at all costs. Oh, that's funny. That is too funny. I'm telling you, I worked on a craft. I'll show you guys. I haven't done the video for it yet, but I mean, I have it together. I just haven't finished the whole thing. But I am on a major shortage of orange buttons. Like, if I want to do pumpkins with buttons, I'm telling you, you guys think I have this mass quantity of buttons. Well, there aren't orange ones. That's all I know. Hello, Miss Trudy. How are you, friend? And Miss Barb, welcome in. So, yeah. But then my sister told me that she saw a marketplace where somebody was selling buttons, like they already had them sorted by color. And I'm like, how much is that? You guys saw that post that I shared that the lady was selling, she had like 80 pounds of buttons. And she was selling 20-pound batches of the buttons for like $240. I'm like, I don't have $240 just laying around. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, as much as I would love those buttons, 240 just seems like a lot. Like, I guess 20 pounds is probably going to be a lot. But still, yes, I did. But security in Toledo dumped them out in a tub to make sure that... Miss Janice, only on the orange color. Seriously. Not even lying, but wait till you see what I made with the ones I did have. Let me get this painted here. This is, I don't know, the front or the back, but I want to get a good coat on here so it looks good. Well, it looks good. Yeah, I'm going to say really short. Now, I'm not running short on black, white, brown, tan, you know, the beautiful colors. Here, let me see if I can reach it. I set it over here. It's been sitting on my table because I hadn't been down here. Let me get this dried up and then we can take a little gander. I never write on my hands. Or use my teeth to open things by mouth. Just orange ones, Krista. Yes, just the orange ones. I don't know, maybe yellow too, though. When I think about it. That will be the back. We'll keep that as the back. We'll do this as the back. You haven't been trying to... Oh. because it's backwards. Yes, I know. It's backwards. I wonder if we can ever fix that again. That's so frustrating. I should just make a sign backwards and then you'll be able to read it, right? That's what I should do. Okay, let's get rid of this and get a fresh one. And then we'll put that underneath there. Okay, so here's what I did, you guys. Look. I love making the pumpkin with buttons, making the pumpkins. I think that's so cool. Like, I got this board at an estate sale and I just put a little greenery on there. I haven't finished it yet. I don't know if I'm going to drill holes up here, make it a hanger, or if I'm just going to put a thing on the back of it. I didn't put a button on my bow, but there's what I was working on this one day, and then like Forrest Gump when he was running and he just stopped. One day I just stopped. And I went upstairs and I hadn't been down here since. Blake's doing good. Every time I see button crafts on Pinterest, she does. She does. She's like, you can make this. You aren't the only one, lady. You aren't the only one. All right, got one more little wet spot here. Isn't that pretty? I love making one of the button crafts I made way back. Okay, it must have been in maybe 21 or, yeah, must have been in 21. Because Blake and I moved to this house in 22. We lived at the old house because I sold this craft to somebody. And I met her in a parking lot at a grocery store and sold it to her. There's a picture of that. I shared it online and it's on Pinterest. Somebody posted it on Pinterest. Like, you know, not necessarily posted it, but they saved it. And then it looks like, you know. And I was like, wait, that's my button pumpkin. I was thrilled. Of course, that was back when I didn't put my name on things, and so it doesn't look like it belongs to me, but I know that came from me. Okay, so anybody know what we're making yet? I have some rusty wire. Where did it go? Because I laid it out here. Right here it is. So if you weren't here at the beginning, this craft was inspired by Miss Janice from Creating Through Chaos. Okay, this is one of her little, you're famous. No, nobody knows I'm famous. You guys, I gotta do one little real quick fluky do, just in case you see the brown. You may or may not, and I don't want it to be seen, so I'm just putting a little bit on the inside there to cover that brown. Okay. My husband and I were in the store. We were in Aldi one day here in Battle Creek, and there was a lady. I've had this happen a couple times. And there was a lady that walked up to me. I don't know who she apparently she know. I'll have to tell Mother who she is. I don't remember her name, but Mother, she told me who she was. And she goes, I just finished watching you online. And of course, I don't know her, right? And I was like, oh, well, thank you. And she's like, yeah, I know your mom and your aunt. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thank you for watching. And we walked away, and my husband goes, that's kind of cool. I'm like, yeah, you're with royalty here. You need to remember that. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Okay, I just took that long piece of wire, and I'm just going to twist it on itself to make it a little bit thicker. Okay, I need to trim it real quick. Well, hello, Miss Beverly. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, I'm just going to clip it in the middle. So, yeah, it was kind of funny. And then years ago, I was at Dollar Tree, and the lady said that. She goes, I watch you all the time. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. You keep coming back? Thank you. Well, hello, Miss Marlene, and thank you for sprinkling, Miss Patty. I appreciate you gals sprinkling. I thought maybe my husband would pop on. He just got home from work. He was supposed to be home earlier, and he was we do, when we hire people, I say we, but you know, like where I work. Hello, Miss Julie. When they hire people, they have hiring panels. They have like 3 people that sit on a panel so that you get 3 people's opinion. It's not one person's opinion, just in case there's bias. Like, I've been to Hobby Lobby and been recognized. Oh yeah, Mother has been too. Mother's famous too. She'd be like, you're Kelly's mom. Well, thank you for spreading the sunflowers. Like, he was supposed to get out of work at like 1:30 today, and he didn't get home until just like right before I went live, because he was waiting because they were doing this interview panel, and he thought they were going to be doing reference checks. And then he waited around and he goes, "We didn't even do them." I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry. All right, I need something sharp. That's not sharp. That's not sharp. They don't allow me to have sharp tools down here, apparently. I say they. The voices in my head. I need something sharp. What the heck? Why can I not find a sharp tool when I need it? These are not sharp. These are... I want to put a hole in. Oh, maybe that's sharp enough. Let's see. I want to put a hole in. I got to put 2 little holes in our little thingy. I didn't want to make them huge. Let me see. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. If all else fails, use one of these, whatever these are. What it is. I don't even know where I got it. I think I got it off Amazon, maybe. All right, just poke a little hole. Perfect. Perfect. All right, there's that. So we're gonna put this on. I'm just gonna bring it through the back. Actually, you do feel like you met a celebrity when you see your person. Oh, I would feel that way if I met Summer from Hammond's Nest. She's so sweet. And I would, you know, that's like not comparing us crafters with celebrities. We're not even in that ballpark. But you know how you, like, you meet somebody. Oh, thank you, Miss Marlene. Isn't it pretty? When you meet somebody and you have that, you feel like, you're like, oh, they're so nice and they're so friendly, like a celebrity or something. And then they turn out to be a big old jackwagon and you're like... then you've just lost your whole, like, oh, they were so nice on TV. But when you really find somebody who's genuine like that, like if you ever met a celebrity and they're really genuine, then you're like, oh, they are truly who they are when they are performing or whatever they're doing, you know? Like, I just hear that so much with that kind of thing. Yes, I could see that. All right, you guys, I'm going to twist this. Just twist. This is just rusty wire. It's not heavy gauge or anything. I'm just using rusty wire. I'm not using my heavy rebar tie wire on this. We're just using this little rusty wire. So we're going to make a little hanger for this, okay? So I got to do a little twisty twist on it. Where did you meet her at, Miss Kathy? Because is she from Louisiana? I feel like she's from down there. Down there. No, Louisiana. Even celebrities TV say they're excited to meet certain. I know, and then they could be jackwagons, right? I just don't know why people have to be like that. Like they're too good to be like. Don't remember where you came from. Remember where you came from. Those people who supported you while you were coming up out of the off the streets. Oh shoot! All right, let me get my act together here. All right. Get this in here. Now you can make this as long as you want, as wonky as you want, whatever you want. Make it your way, okay? Oh, she lives in Ruston. Oh, 40 miles from you isn't far at all. Well, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump. That made me think when I said hop, skip, and a jump, because if you guys ever, what's her name? Leanne Morgan. Is her name Leanne Morgan? That comedian? She has a show on Netflix. Oh my gosh, I was going to tell Mother about it. She's so funny. Her show on Netflix is so funny. All right, so we got a little hanger. Look, you can make it as long or as short as you want, but I think that's going to be good. I like that, okay? So, does anybody know where we're going with this yet? Has anybody figured out what I'm going to make? Oh, I got to draw a face. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I'm not good at faces. Maybe I should do like, maybe I shouldn't draw a face. Oh, heck, I'll draw a face. Let's do it. I'll do like what she did. Oh, she comes to town often. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to take my pen that's erasable, my friction pen, okay? I'm going to draw eyes, and I'm going to try to do like, she is funny. There's 16 episodes. The thing is, there's 16 episodes, And I watched like 6 of them last night, but they're only 20 minutes long. So they're like shorter than a sitcom, but they're hilarious. She's hilarious. Okay, so Miss Janice, she makes teardrop eyes. I'm going to try it, okay? I'm going to try it. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm going to try it though, okay? Let me see if I can do it. You say, why didn't you use a pencil first? Because this is erasable. Well, I think it would be erasable on paint, but I don't know. But anyway, she does teardrop eyes. So I thought, well, let me try to do these teardrop eyes because they're kind of cute, right? When you do teardrop eyes. Okay, well, there's one. There's one teardrop. Let me see if I can get this one to be symmetrical. Oh, you could totally do the toasted terracotta and make a pumpkin with it. Totally. See, even Edna says you can. Stinky little dogs. Stinky little dogs of those. All right, whoops, it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit bigger of an eye. I was watching somebody and they said they just, oh, it was somebody who does ceramics. Oh yeah, the eye's much bigger. I gotta make a bigger eye. And they said, I just keep making the eyes bigger until they match. Like, yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah, I gotta make this one a little bit deeper because I went a little bit. All right, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. How is it? You have trouble having a... Oh, it could be a ghost too. It really could. We could make it ghosty too, couldn't we? I think you could do all kinds of things with these. Yeah, I'm just gonna draw this in anyway. So then, she'll say in her video, you make a sideways teardrop. I don't usually have as much issues making these. Get what this is. This is nose. Because I'm thinking about making these for a craft show. If I get my act together and do one. I may be too late to get my act together. I don't know. When that baby comes, I might just be too busy. I might not be. Oh, look. Now it's not so bad. Look. That's not so bad. Does that look like a good snowman face? I think it's cute. All right. Now, she used, let me get some black paint. Let me get some black paint. Oh, you guys, that's why I put the apron on, because, is this not even open yet? Hold on, let me see. Hold, please. I must have another black paint somewhere, because I know I have one open. Where is it? Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, here it is. It's hiding. I have a little notepad here that says Sheila's Little Treasures, because she's up next. Miss Sheila is. I had to put a little notebook so I could remember her page name. I've not seen Miss Sheila before, so I had to make a little note so I could remember her name. And it was hiding my black paint. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I think I did pretty good with that, didn't I? With the face. Oh, shoot. I'm just looking for a little, there we go, a little brush so I can work on these eyes. Now if you watch Miss Janice, she's good at, doing this. Not so hot. We'll see if I can make this work right. All right, so just take your black paint and just go in, do your outline gently. Ooh, this is gonna be scary. Do them really big. Go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. I don't have like really fine line brushes. I feel like I need some, but I mean, a snowman eye is not perfect. Look, if you were using coal to make a snowman, it wouldn't be perfect, right? It'd be kind of wonky, and so far that's looking pretty good. I think I have to concentrate a little bit here, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, so look, there's one eye. I got this. I got this. So right now, with one eye, that does look like it could be a ghost. So you could go ghost, pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, or snowman. See, these are the kind of things you could do with like kids. You know, you didn't necessarily have to use an Amazon bag. You could use like construction paper or something. It doesn't have to be this. It's just that's what she used. So I'm like, oh, I got one of those. I could use that too. I could use that too. Oops. And you could even use a paint pen. You didn't have to use paint, but I kind of, I think his face is kind of cute. That eye's still a little bit bigger, isn't it? Well, you know, in our family, we call it the Alwer eye. One eye squinty. It's called the Alwer eye. I don't know. Somehow my great grandma was an Alwert. And so I don't know if that's how the eye. Mother will probably chime in. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna mess with them because I will mess it up. Sure shooting. That's a little bigger. This is a little skinnier. It's okay. It's got the Alwer eye. It's okay. It's a family resemblance. Oh shoot. My sister had the Alwer eye when she was when she was born. She was kind of squishy. She would love if she knew I was saying that. She's probably watching silently and she's going to be really mad to know I was talking about her squishy face when she was born. We always pick on her. Tell her it was a face only a mother could love. Oh, shoot. We have a good time with her. Okay. Oh, look what I did. Look what I did, you guys. His nose disappeared because the heat from the heat. Krista, I do have those. But you know what? My black one is so... hold on, let me see. My black one I think is so like used. I don't know if there's much paint left in it. I have graffiti and I have Posca. Let me see if I have my black one here. I don't even know where it's at because I use it all the time. So it might be, oh, here it is. Let me see, I've got one of each. Let me see if I've got anything here. Let me try. So I got a Posca and a graffiti. They're kind of like the same. They're just paint. Let me see if I got anything left in here. I could do that with this. With the line for the mouth. That would make it much easier. I use these black ones so much that I didn't think I really had anything left in there, but good thing I do, because it's gonna make it much easier. Much easier. Make your little wonky mouth however you would like. You could probably do a scarecrow if you wanted to. You could make a little scarecrow. Well, hello, Miss Liz. How are you, friend? Okay, let me get rid of this black paint because I think we're good with that. I don't think we're going to need that again. Now, I think I can still see the line a little bit from the pen. Now, I'm almost out of Pueblo. I don't know if I have enough Pueblo. Hold on. I have toasted terracotta. These are my Pueblo bottles, and I don't know why I just put them back in there. Because I might use that. They're almost empty. I'm not sure the whole story behind the Alwer eye that goes back generations on Grandma Converse's side. Well, somebody started that, didn't they? Oh, shoot. Okay, so let's do I'm using toasted terracotta. It's like my second favorite orange. Pueblo is my first. Toasted terracotta is a little bit a darker orange, but it's gonna have to do because I haven't been to Hobby Lobby to get more. But you can also use a paint marker if you wanted to in this too. I don't think I have a good orange, a dark enough orange that I would like. I think it's a too bright orange, and I don't want a bright nose. I wanted a darker nose. So, what's everybody having for dinner tonight? I have no clue what we're having. Oh, we might have like a skillet meal or something, because we talked about having that last night and we didn't do it. And so we might do that tonight. Do that. I don't know, something easy. You know, those ones that you just put in the one frozen part and then you you steam it a little bit and then throw the rest of the frozen part. Hot dogs. Oh, hot dogs sound good. If I could get my husband to grill a good hot dog every once in a while. Mother, what are you having? Somebody must have a wonky eye. Somebody did have a wonky eye, I'm sure. Aunt Janet got it, remember? Oh, shoot. Shoot. So we went out of town this past weekend, right? We went up to my aunt's for Victorian Art Fair. Like I said, Mother didn't get to go. We missed her. We kept her informed on all the things that were going on. We even called her. Now I want to point this nose out a little bit, make it a little pointed more, right here at the end. We even called her and like FaceTimed her for our show and tell, because we always do show and tell when we go and buy all the things. You're having root beer ice cream. Oh, that's right. Miss Krista has to eat soft foods. Probably something left over. I still have chicken left over from that restaurant we went to. That was a huge piece of chicken. Saturday night we went to the steakhouse and I got this Monterey chicken that has cheese and bacon and like onions and peppers on it. It was so good. It was huge. The chicken breast was like this big. Like, that's probably gonna be 4 meals unless I can get my husband to eat it. Still eating it. All right, we'll get this dry, and then I'm going to go over that a little bit more. That face is pretty cute. It's pretty cute, if I do say so myself. All right. Let's get this more dark. Get those lines out of there. But yeah, we didn't do a whole lot on our girls' weekend. It was so hot, you guys. Like, we always say shopping makes you thirsty. Well, shopping makes you really tired and exhausted because it was so warm. So warm. And we were going to play some games. We're going to play the game called Granny Panties. If you've seen there's like these big pants. There's like, what is it called, Mom? Like, not satin. I don't know what it's almost like spandex, but it's not tight. But they're like, the pants have a big hoop in the top so you can catch balls in your you hold it out and you can catch the balls in your pants. It's called Granny Panties. But we didn't even play it because it was too hot. So we had to deflate the balls and bring it home, and we'll play it next year. Deflated the balls and came home. I don't think I will eat pudding. You know, I said that when I was preparing for surgery. I don't think I'm going to eat another, what this or that. And I hear ya. All right, let me dry this. Here's what we got. Our little face. I think it's kind of cute. I'm going to work on my white dots in my eyes. Now, hopefully I have a pasta pen I could use or something to do the white dots, because I need to put some little dots in the eyes. Oh, hula hoop with, she said hula hoop with pants. Yeah, but the pants were like satiny, silky kind of pants. Oh, shoot. Mother's funny. Hula hoop with pants. Well, she's right. It was. Hula hoop with pants. Okay, let me see if I have a white one. I don't know if I do or not. I had one, but I don't know if I still... Oh, I do have one. Here's one. All right, so... She makes a little like white line around along the edge, and then she puts a white dot in the center, like down at the bottom. Well, we'll see if I can do it. see if I can. Yeah, looks like when I used that last, I got a little, thank you. It looks like I got a little black on him. Let me see if I can, oh, I get so nervous, you guys. I'm not good at faces. Okay, I think she went like that. Okay, that's not too bad. It's kind of a nice little parachute pants. It is kind of like parachute pants. And I'm not sure how big the dot is. I'm pretty sure she put him in the middle at the bottom. You think they need to be bigger? Does he look like a clown? Does he look scary? Should I make those dots bigger? I don't remember what hers looked like. If they were that big. I know, maybe I should bring this down a little bit more. What do you think? Should I make these a little bit bigger? I don't want it to look like she's staring into my eyes. What do you think? I don't think that's that bad. Somebody say something. Please. Oh, Lord. My eyes, my eyes. It looks good. Okay, Krista, thank you. I think I need to make this one a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. And then I'll make it too big, and then I'll go back and forth. I'm just kidding. I won't do it. I promise I won't do it. This one does look a little bit bigger, though. Okay, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go over that line one more time because it's a little bit, when I dried it, it's almost like gray looking. It needs to be just, I'd say darkened up, but when it's white, you can't really darken. Oh, don't go off the edge now. Okay. Don't mess it up, Kelly. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Well, hello, Miss Lori. All right. Drying those up. All right. I think they look pretty cute. I don't think I did too shabby. I mean, now, she does like to put these little eyebrows on it. Now I remember that. She puts these cute little eyebrows. She's such a good painter. If you wonder what I'm talking about, I'm Janice from Creating Through Chaos. She has the cutest crafts, and she does a lot of the short videos. And I think she just kind of, it's like a fuzzy on my, there we go. Little fuzzy tip. What time is it? Oh my gosh, we gotta move along here. It's taking me all hour to paint this face. All right, I'm just gonna put a little, yeah, that's what she did. Look, she just put a little, good Lord, it's my daughter-in-law on here still because my eyebrows are a hot mess. Aw, I think he's cute. You like my eyes? You really like them? Thank you. Okay, so we gotta put a little blush. I think I'm just gonna use some paint. Let's use some salmon. Let's use some salmon. All right, I'm just gonna put a little blush on over like his little mouth. Okay, well, thank you. I'm not good. Wait, no, salmon's too dark. What am I thinking? Not salmon, you silly goose. Not salmon. Conch shell. Or yeah, let's use conch shell. That's more of a lighter pink. Well, thank you. Just look at me, eyebrows. What, these or those? I know what you mean, Mother. All right, I'm just gonna take this like crazy little brush here, and I'm just gonna kind of like take a lot of it off and just kind of go under his. See, I probably should put this on first. So I'm probably gonna have to go over that now. Let me dry that. Let's see if it'll darken back up. I can just always go back over that with with the black marker, because I should have done that first. I thought about it as I was doing. I was like, ah, shucks. I should have put the cheeks on first. Should have put the cheeks on first. That one cheek's a little bit bigger. That's all right. Cheeks are cheeks, right? Cute. I like his little cheek. Grab that marker back out so I can fix that, and then we'll be good with his face. His face is cute. So you guys, have you watched the Netflix show Untamed? Because if you haven't, you should. Very good. I give it 100. Wait, 10 out of 10. You don't give it 100, you give it a 10. Wait, what'd you say? Never. Oh, my daughter-in-law waxes them, and she does a really good job. Very good job, she does. Marvelous. And I used to get them threaded, but I really like her doing them. Okay, you guys, look at his little face. I think he turned out cute. Now he's wonky, of course, because that's what I do. Now, I have some material. Untamed is very good. Very, very good. It's only 6 episodes, and it's kind of frustrating because, like, it's over too quickly. So this is just a piece of red and green and white, you know, gingham or whatever you call this kind of material from Jubilee Fabrics. Jubilee. So I think I'm going to take it, I'm going to cut it in half. I'll just have two pieces. And I'm just going to wrap it right around the little hanger right here in the corner. Okay. Just wrap it around. I don't think I'm going to make a bow. I'm just going to wrap it around like that. And we're just going to trim it off, right? We're just going to trim it. And I'll have those for something else. Okay. Then I'm going to take into my, well, hello, Miss Sandy. How are you, friend? I'm going to get into my little rusty goodness here and find a, hold on. Let's see, what do we got here? I got to find some bells. Let's see. First, I'm looking for a safety pin. Sullivan's Crossing reminds you of Virgin River. I haven't heard of that one. Sullivan's Crossing. Did you hear me? What I said about Leanne? You gotta watch Leanne. When you need a break from seriousness, watch Leanne because it's funny. All right, here's some rusty bells. It is very funny. She's a hoot. She's getting divorced. Her husband cheated on her, and she's getting a divorce. And so then it's just the story of that whole thing. And her husband is Ryan. What's his name? He was on Drew Carey. Ryan Stiles. Yes. Up next is Miss Sheila with Sheila's little treasures. So you guys want to go check her out. Like I said, I've not seen Miss Sheila before. She's new for me, so I'll be checking her out. You guys, I'm going to try to stab this rusty safety pin with this rusty bell into this material without in the rusty wire without stabbing my finger and needing a tetanus shot. Let's see. That's gracious. Who knew this was going to be so hard to stab through here? Apparently when it gets rusty, it gets dull. Oh shoot. Okay, it's through there. Come on. It's being a pain in my rumpus. Let's see if I can just get it to hook onto the, there we go. All right, so there's that. This little hangy on there. This little hangy on there. Okay, we're not done yet. Don't anybody get excited. We're not done yet. Take a little bit of polyfill. Now, this is not polyfill. This is pillow fill. But, you know, take an old pillow. Save your money for other things like buttons. Whoops, I'm going to have to flip that around there. And buy a pillow, or have an old pillow that, you know, your husband or whoever drooled on, and you're just like, ew, that pillow's gross. We're getting rid of it. Oh, Leanne from the show, Leanne. She's getting a divorce. That's the whole premise of the show. So she's going through a divorce and whoops. Miss Kathy's like, who's going through a divorce? Who did I miss? That show. Okay. So you can stuff your little pocket here, okay? Now I'll bring this back around to the front. Maybe I should have put it on the front. Maybe that would have been the best thing to do, you ding dong. Let me see if I can get that off there, because it's tight. I should have just put it on the front. Miss Kathy. Who's getting divorced? Miss Kathy's usually working when I'm crafting, so she's taking care of business, and she's... Well, let me see what this looks like if I flip it onto the front. I hadn't planned to do this, but the way it's sitting, I almost feel like it needs to be on the front. Okay, so we've got 6 minutes. Sorry, I had to see what the clock said. Well, I'll get that adjusted. I like it better on the front there like that. We'll get it. I look so wonky right now. Hold, please. So I have some greenery. I have a little pick from. I don't know if I want to use that one or not. I got some little picks here. I got some greenery I want to put in here. I got this at an estate sale recently. No, I got this from Miss Sharon. That's right. My friend Sharon. This came from Hobby Lobby. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I might use that. Miss Sharon hooked me up with some things, and this was one of them. I was thinking it was a estate sale, but no, not this one. These came from an estate sale. I think these are really pretty. They're really, it's Hobby Lobby, and it's really soft. It's really soft. No, not real life. I was just telling them what the show was about. She's funny because she's going through a divorce, and she's a comedian anyway, so everything is just hilarious. Everything she says. She was talking about, because she's trying to do like the dating scene again, and she was, without giving too much away, she was at the doctor's, and she was like, what can I do to not pee my pants when she was going on a date with somebody? She didn't want to pee her pants because, when you get older, And she was telling her about doing Kegels. So then after that, her and her sister, she's like, I'm doing them right now. She goes, let's do them together. So they were doing Kegels. Oh, shoot. I was dying laughing. You don't even know you're doing it. The doctor was sitting there. She's like, I'm doing it right now. All right, so I'm going to try to stick some of this in there and try to make it look cute. We'll see how that goes. Isn't she hilarious? She's so funny. Every once in a while, she'll come up on just my like feed on my Facebook page, and she just cracks me up. All right, so Miss Janice just kind of left these kind of just all like wonkily sticking up in the top of, so it looked like the snowman has like branches coming out of his head, I guess. Well, hello, Miss Michelle. Thank you so much, Miss Branya. Something kind of like so. I don't know if I love it. What does he look like? He doesn't look right. He doesn't look so bad like this. Then I hold him up in the camera and I'm like, oh Lord have mercy. He's a hot mess. He's a hot mess. All right, this is one of my favorite picks from Hobby Lobby. I got these on clearance last year, so let's see about. These are only $1.99, and when they have them, well, 50% off is $1, basically. And then I think I might have gotten 75% off. All right, what time is it? We've got 3 minutes, so don't forget to go check out Miss Sheila. Sheila's Little Treasures. I had to make sure I said it right. Sheila's Little Treasures. Okay, she's up next, and you're watching in the Stand Tall Crafting group. If you're on the page, make sure you refresh. I might have to do some figuring out here how I want this, but basically, she had this cute little, greenery going on the top of the head. Did I say Michelle? She cracks me up talking about when one of her daughters was still home and they were scared of her because she's so mean. Is that in real life? Like she's saying that in real life? All right, so you guys get the gist. You get the gist, right? You could make these like, I don't know if I love this. I might have to add a little bit more greenery in here in the back because that's kind of sparse. Like maybe this, like a little piece of this white. You could make these as oversized Christmas tree ornaments. That's what's fun about like this kind of thing is you could put them on your Christmas tree, and you made it yourself. Oh, that looks a little bit better. Whoops, if this would be not so weird. And get in there like so. You guys know I stink at the floral arranging. Well, you get the idea. If you want to see one that's really cute. I love Miss Teresa. Check out Miss Janice from Creating Through Chaos. That was hers. But anyway, I'm going to try to arrange these to look a little bit better. So when I post the picture, it doesn't look so wonky. But you see, you could hang it on your Christmas tree. Now, you don't necessarily have to put all the little things in the top of them. You could leave that out of there if you didn't like it. You could just have it just like here. Let me pull it out. Keep this in because this is keeping him kind of chubby. If you wanted to, you could just close him up. You could close him up and just have him like this and get your little, you could put a bow a little bit nicer. You could change it. I might change it to make it an actual bow so it looks a little bit cuter. I don't know. This is my first time making one of these. So you guys, we only got 1 minute left, but you saw what I did. I like these little guys. I might just end up using something else and use those for something, another craft, because I do like those. They have to be, these might have to be used for something else. So you guys, thank you so much for jumping on and joining me this evening. I know I haven't been on for a while, but I will try to do better. Finish up my crap. Look. He's cute. All right, you guys, it is 5 o'clock. I have got to go. Have a great night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.